Yes, we're at the University of Central Florida, and I have to show you something. How many of you thought Ron Paul won the debate? No hands going up. I think that says an awful lot about that text polling. But I want you to watch, as they go into this debate, the answer to one specific question. How many of you are nervous that Republicans are going to lose the White House in 2008? Raise your hands. Incredible, almost all of you. What do you want to hear tonight that will reduce your anxiety?
Well, what's going to reduce my anxiety is somebody actually speaking up for Republicans. Somebody who is going to have a clear message for once and not a 30-second soundbite that's going to be replayed for the next 5 days. Somebody who's going to be able to overcome the bias and the hatred of Republicans. We are made out to be these warmongering Nazis. And it just has to stop.
We need somebody to step up out of this group and be the leader on the majority of the issues, someone to take the forefront.
Conservative principles work every time they're articulated, and that's what I want to see. I want to see somebody step up. I want to see them make these conservative principles clear and the differences between Republicans and Democrats.
You keep saying the phrase "step up." Is no one stepping up at this point? I mean, they've already had half a dozen debates.
Not strongly,
no,
not
I don't
clearly.
feel that anyone has stepped forward and has earned my vote yet. I want that to happen.
We need somebody that can articulate a vision for the future for this country, both for Democrats and Republicans. Not just partisanship. We need somebody who can lead the country and execute what needs to be done.
And no one's done that yet? How many more debates do you need?
No one is going to be able to speak for both sides of the aisle at this point. The differences between Democrats and Republicans are very, very stark.
But this is a Republican debate, and they've already had half a dozen.
But they haven't acted like Republicans, though. That's the problem, is that you have people who are pandering too much to the center, or you have people who are, like Ron Paul, who are certifiably insane. And they just need to come out and act like true conservatives at this point.
I think the difference is on the Democratic side, you have people who are very similar in process. You have very liberal to socialist people, very little choice.
Socialists.
Yeah, we actually
Who's
have more
a socialist?
choices. Well, some would say Miss Clinton is.
You think Hillary Clinton's a socialist?
Pretty darn close.
How many of you in this room think Hillary Clinton's a socialist? Very much. Seriously. Not just liberal. You think she's socialist?
Seriously. Seriously.
Yes.
And I am looking for a Republican who will finally have some backbone to stand up to the Democrats. It's what I've been looking for all along. The Democrats are able to do anything they want to say, and Republicans are like, okay, I'm looking for somebody with some backbone.
You want someone to kick ass, basically.
I do. I am ready for them to.
Continue to hear that we want another Reagan, and that's what needs to step up, because Reagan had his points. He had, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. None of the candidates that I've heard have done that yet.
He was a great communicator.
Reagan.
He had a great ability to bring
But
the two
Ronald
parties
Reagan was,
together, too.
but he was
And he was
president
a
28
true
years ago.
believer.
Yeah.
He was elected 28 years ago.
That's why I think we need a clean start right now with somebody, not a Clinton or a Bush or what's connected to 28 years ago. We need somebody who's going to come out in 2008 and live like it's 2008 in the Republican Party. We can't keep resting on what used to be.
I think Hillary is, she's been around too long. I think she's going to be like an aunt at the family turkey dinner at Thanksgiving time, and people are going to say, well, I don't want to vote for her because I don't want her to run my life. But she's been around, but she has no substance. She has no accomplishment.
But she's good enough to cut the Thanksgiving turkey.
It's me.
We absolutely need a first lady in the White House. That's an actual woman.
Okay, I'm going to start to wrap up. I got to ask you the question that a lot of people want to know from you all. What should be the focus going forward over the next 60 days?